What's up, people? This is RGC and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a collection video for one of my favorite consoles to collect for, and that is the original PlayStation, or PlayStation 1. I do have pretty fond memories of this console. I got it in 1998. My first game was Crash Bandicoot 2. I wanted a PlayStation, but I wanted to make sure that I got a Nintendo 64 first back then. But now taking a look back at it, I would say that the PlayStation had a much better library and selection of games than the Nintendo 64. Some ground rules for my collection. All my games are complete. I only collect complete disc games. Most of these games I'm the original owner of, as well as all of my games are black label. I do not collect greatest hits or player's choice versions of disc-based games. I think it looks atrocious. It's an eyesore, and it is aesthetically displeasing when it comes to displaying your collection. It's an eyesore. It draws attention to that green label, specifically for the PlayStation 1 titles, and for the PlayStation 2, it has that atrocious burgundy-ish red color. It's just not a good look. But not trying to be elitist. I know how everybody is with their games. Some people just want to play the game. You do that. I'm sticking to black label. Anyway, first, let's get started with one of the staples, if you ask me, of any PlayStation collection, and some of the racing games. Gran Turismo, the original. Great racer. Great start to the series. Followed up by GT2, or Gran Turismo 2. Great game. This is probably one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games. And this game really kind of got me into cars, which I'm still into. One of my other hobbies is working on cars, modifying them, stuff like that. You can check out my main page. I have a link there to my other account where I have automotive-based action. Okay, let's continue with my collection. Street Fighter collection, Capcom title. Big fan of the Street Fighter series. I like SNK better, but that's beside the point. Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown. Okay, let's continue. Let's get a quick little RPG in here, and that's a Vagrant Story, Squaresoft title. Okay. You will notice that I do not have very many PlayStation 1 RPGs. That's one of the main reasons a lot of people collect for the PlayStation 1 as well as the PlayStation 2. The wide selection and variety of RPGs, which are great. But at this time, or when I was growing up, I was not really into RPGs, so my collection kind of reflects that. I've been more into RPGs as of late, and hence I've been searching down some PlayStation 2 RPGs. Continuing on. Actually, one of my favorite games out of my whole collection is Street Fighter Alpha 3. This is a great fighting game. Wide selection of characters, superb soundtrack, a wide variety of modes and gameplay. It's a good game. One of my favorites. Just to hop back on a different subject, because I just looked at this game and realized that I think this game did get to a greatest hits or player's choice status. I've been fortunate enough I've only bought 2 greatest hits games my whole lifetime. One of which was, Megaman X6, which I didn't even know was a greatest hits version. I bought it brand new, probably about 10 to 15 years ago. Well, no, maybe not that long ago, but it's been within the last 12 years ago that I bought that game after it reached greatest hit status. And I found out it was a green label. I didn't like it, so I eventually gave it away. But that was one game I bought, greatest hits that I didn't know of. And the other one is a Sonic Mega Collection for the PlayStation 2, but those have been traded away. Anyway, continuing on my PlayStation 1 collection, Bomberman Party Edition. Pretty cool, party game. You know Bomberman action. You know how it is. Another fighter. I'm a big fighter guy, and that is Capcom versus SNK Pro. It's okay game, but Capcom versus SNK 2 is a much better game. Okay. Let's continue. Minimal filler in my, if any filler in my collection, but this is a kind of quirky game that I did want to get, and the prices are rather erratic. But Punky Skunk, look up more if you want to know more about it. Some might consider this game shovelware pretty bad, but it's kind of obscure, and I do look forward to playing through. It's a platformer. Like I said, I really pride myself in not having garbage or junk games. I also don't collect or play sports games, so you won't find any here. Rare instances I do have sports games, they're likely rare or sealed. Extreme sports are okay though. Cool Borders 3, one of my very favorite PlayStation 1 games. I mean, this was probably the second game I got back in my PlayStation 1 days. 1998, I believe I got this game. Yeah, my second game right after Crash Bandicoot 2. Okay. Ninja, Shadow of Darkness. Don't see that one too often, even though it's not really rare. I remember playing that game on a demo disc, and I always wanted it. It's kind of hard though. I love futuristic racers. Wipeout, the original. Kind of notice I don't have my stuff in order here. Cool Borders 4. I like this game as well. Good soundtrack. I really like it. Good game too. All right. Let's go on with some more RPGs. Battle Hunter. Don't know too much about it. I haven't played it, but you know, it's in good condition. Didn't really like this one too much. They took a step back when it comes to the music. Cool Borders 2001. I have the PlayStation 2 version as well. I'm not too happy with that game, but it's part of the series, so I'll keep it. Let's continue on with the Wipeout series. Wipeout XL, which is basically the same thing as the Wipeout version that's on the Nintendo 64. I think it's basically the same game, just you know how disc-based games are. Higher quality music and video than a cartridge-based game. Wipeout 3, great game. I got this game brand new factory sealed back in 2002. It was on clearance at Toys R Us, and it's probably the best $12 I ever spent. This game is great. High-paced, fast action, cool weapons, great soundtrack with a real artist, techno, electronica, trance, whatever you want to call it. But pretty awesome soundtrack, good game. And this is one of the games where you can actually put in a regular CD player and it will play like a regular audio CD. One of my favorite series of all time, continuing on, Bomberman World here, published by Atlas. And another one of my favorite series, Megaman X6. This game gets a lot of hate, but it's pretty fun. I liked it. Give games a try before you just go along with what everybody else thinks. Megaman X4, great game. I like it. Pretty cool platformer. You get to play as my boy Zero, which is my favorite character from the X series, as well as Mega Man in general. I prefer to use Zero over Mega Man. It's a good game, and this kind of has that Sonic 3 and Knuckles approach with the character you choose is your difficulty level. In general, it's consensus that Zero would be playing at a higher level or more challenging playthrough of the game than X due to his distance or ranged attacks. So he doesn't have to be right up on the enemy. Okay, continuing on, I think X4 is a great game, and I like it a whole lot more than Mega Man X. Mega Man X is overrated. Anyway, play something else other than Mega Man X, like Mega Man X5. Great game. The last game that the original creator of Mega Man had any involvement in. Great soundtrack. Decent game. I like it. Some people consider this one of the best games in the X series. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Kind of different than the previous ones, understandably, but good game. And by the way, this is the only Mega Man game for the PlayStation 1 that reached greatest hits status other than Mega Man 8, I believe. X5 and X6 did not fare so well when it comes to sales. Okay, and a hot topic of discussion. Many people hate this game. I find it to be okay. It's rather challenging due to its broken, poorly designed stages, but it does have a particular charm for me, and that is Mega Man X6. I find this game to have the best soundtrack in all of Mega Man X games. Maybe beside Mega Man X Command Mission, and a lot of people don't even consider Command Mission to be part of the series, but it is. And if you don't have Command Mission, you don't have the whole X series. But as far as X6 goes, it's a challenging game due to its, haphazard or rushed stage design. It's imperative that you save the Reploids, and that makes the game much easier if you're successful at doing that. Certain stages can't be beat with certain characters and certain armor. And unless you really know what you are doing and you have adequate skill, especially in some of the later stages. The armors are cool, kind of like in X4 and X5. You got cool armors for X, of course. It's a good game. I liked it. It's hated by many. I think it's much better than Mega Man X7. But people, just give X4 through X6 a try. Let's just not ride the whole bandwagon. Mega Man X is the best one. Just because it's first doesn't mean it can't be improved on. And I thoroughly believe other games in the series are better than Mega Man X. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox and continue with my game collection. Darkstalkers 3, another cool Capcom fighter. Gundam Battle Assault. Like the soundtrack, especially the stage or character select theme. Gundam Battle Assault 2. Darkstalkers Night Warriors, the original. One of my shmups, Darius, great game, superb soundtrack. You need to get it. It's a good game. Pretty straightforward shmup. Kind of interesting backstory. You're actually shooting aquatic animals that actually fly. They're like mechanized replicas of aquatic life. It's pretty cool. All the Darius games are like that. You're shooting fish and lobster and octopi, stuff like that. But whales, stuff like that. It's pretty cool though. You need to check it out. Kind of rising in price, I believe. Okay. J Cocoon RPG. Love the Marvel Fighters, and it's the original Marvel Superheroes. Great game. Superb soundtrack. Pretty funny sound effects with some of the characters too. Marvel vs. Capcom, the original. This is probably my favorite one. I like it a whole lot more than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This game has a good soundtrack. Unlike its sequel, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 has one of the worst soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. Next up, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. One of my favorite fighters, has one of my favorite characters. He may be overpowered, but hey, it is what it is. Cyber Akuma. Yeah, this is his first appearance. Okay, continuing on with a few RPGs. Legend of Mana, Squaresoft. Another fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Pretty cool. One of the more obscure ones. And this one as well, X-Men Children of the Atom. Gotta be careful with this game though, because it does not provide support to the memory card. This is like an arcade straight up port. I mean, you play from the beginning to end and just kind of starting fresh each time. Okay, some more shmups, or another shmup, Raystorm, Working Designs title. Pretty cool. Another interesting game published by Working Designs, and that is Silhouette Mirage. Pretty interesting platformer / shooter. That's my open copy, and this is my factory sealed copy. There you go. So, big fan of Working Designs. Got myself a Working Designs t-shirt. I wear it sometimes when I go game hunting. Alright, another shmup. Squaresoft in the mix. Einhander. That game's kind of valuable. We're starting to get toward more, some of the more valuable titles now. So, here we go. Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. Pretty cool game. I always wanted it. Finally got it. Black Label. I kept running into greatest hits, and I don't fool with that. So got myself a Black Label copy. Don't get it twisted though. Some greatest hits or player's choice versions of the games are actually rarer than their Black Label counterpart. So just because it's green label doesn't mean it's really that common. I just think they're an eyesore. And plus the disc art on many of the player's choice versions or greatest hits versions is different than the original Black Label disc art or face of the disc. Okay. Strider 2. Pretty cool game. 2 discs. You get the original Strider and Strider 2. There's a misprint though. Strider 2 is actually on the Strider disc. And Strider is on the Strider 2 disc. They're kind of mixed up. They made a mistake with the print on the disc. Okay. One of the more valuable PlayStation 1 titles. I got lucky and got this one in a lot. Just a random PlayStation 1 lot I bought. And the disc was just in broken PlayStation 1 console. And that's Suikoden, however you want to pronounce it, but it's RPG. It's known for being kind of valuable and not that common. I think the value of this one has dropped somewhat due to its release online, on virtual, or for download on PSN and all that stuff. So that kind of hurt the value a little bit. Okay, now let's continue with some of the final games I have in my small PlayStation 1 collection. Quality over quantity is my motto with collecting. Megaman Legends. Not that rare of a game, but it is a Black Label version. Yeah, this one went to greatest hits as well. So yeah, this is a Black Label version. Pretty cool. It's part of a series though. And you gotta have Mega Man Legends 2. Yeah, so this one's relatively valuable. It's about $100 online now. I'm not saying you base price of games online due to their eBay and stuff like that, but in general, that's how a lot of people price their games. Unfortunately, especially on Craigslist now, people just go to eBay and find the highest one that's sold and claim that that's what the game is worth, and they try to sell it for like that on eBay or on Craigslist, excuse me. But Craigslist is not eBay. A lot of people don't understand the difference between retail value and street value. But let me get off my soapbox again and continue on with my final game. If you just noticed, these two games I've shown you, it's actually another game in the series that a lot of people really don't know too much about or don't recognize as part of that series. But if you look at the antagonist in these games, there's a character, a female character, that kind of makes an appearance and kind of causes Mega Man some issues. And her name is Trombone. And this is her game. The Misadventures of Trombone is one of the, if not the rarest, PlayStation 1 game. And I'm happy to have this game as part of my collection. So that is the complete Mega Man Legends series right there in front of your eyes. And I would say this is my most valuable as well as rare PlayStation 1 game. Rarity doesn't always translate into high price, but in this case and in many other games cases, that the fact that the game is rare as well as quality title as well, it does have a high price. Rarity doesn't always equal high price, and high price games aren't always rare, but in some cases a game will have both of those qualities. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching my PlayStation 1 collection. Please excuse my long-windedness. I had plenty of opinion on this video, but hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You like a certain type of game, you do that, you play that. You like Green Label Greatest Hits, you don't mind, do you, but I won't. Anyway, thank you for checking this video out. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Check out my main link on my main page for my Instagram. Stay tuned. I do plan on doing a PlayStation 2 collection, which will be a very long video. Yeah, greatly appreciate it. Have a nice day and good luck hunting. Peace.